Imagine one day police takes you and you're found guilty for a crime that you never did and gets the punishment of life imprisonment. What would you do? Yeah, that's the story of the best movie of all time, or the highest rated movie on IMDb, which is The Shawshank Redemption.
You strike me as a particularly icy and remorseless man, Mr. Dufresne. It chills my blood just to look at you. By the power vested in me by the state of Maine, I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back. One for each of your victims. So be it.
Then why do I thrill? And what makes my head?
This video is going to be divided into 3 parts. In the first part, I'm going to talk about the plot of the movie. In the second part, I'm going to talk about the characters of the movie. And in the last part, I'm going to talk about the movie as a whole and why it is so good. Shawshank Redemption is a critically acclaimed film released in 1994, directed by Frank, adapted from a novella by Stephen King. The movie tells a gripping story set in Shawshank State Prison, a fictional maximum security prison in Maine, USA. The film opens with the conviction of the main character, Andy Dufresne, played by Tim Robbins. Andy, a successful banker, is sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences for the murder of his wife and a lover, a crime he claims he did not commit. As Andy enters the Shawshank prison, he is immediately faced with the harsh realities of life behind the bars. Andy initially struggles to adjust to the prison life and faces abuse from the fellow inmates, particularly a group known as the Sisters. However, he finds solace in the friendship with the fellow inmate called Red, played by Morgan Freeman. He is also the narrator of the story. Red is a long term prisoner known for his ability to smuggle things from the outside world. Over the time, Andy establishes himself as a resourceful and knowledgeable individual, assisting the prison staff with financial matters and tax returns. He also plays a significant role in improving the prison library, transforming it into a place of education and enlightenment. Through his action, Andy gains popularity and respect from both inmates and prison officials. Noting that he also helps the warden of this prison, Mr. Norton, to launder his black money and his corrupt money. One day, Andy overhears a conversation among the guards that reveals evidence of his innocence. Armed with his newfound hope, he begins to secretly work on his escape plans, meticulously tunneling through the walls of the cell and concealing his efforts from the guard. During this time, he continues to maintain his friendship, particularly with Red, who becomes a close confidant. While serving his time, Andy also becomes involved in various financial projects for his prison staff, using his banking skills to help them evade taxes. In return, he gains privileges and funds to finance his escape plan. Through the years, he patiently chips away at the wall, symbolizing his determination to break free from the confined space of Shawshank Prison. Eventually, the day of Andy's escape arrives, and after that, I just want you to watch the movie and witness the last part of the movie yourself. So we're gonna talk about the characters in the show. So, firstly, we're gonna talk about Andy Dufresne. Andy is introduced as a successful banker who is wrongfully convicted of murdering his wife and her lover. Despite maintaining his innocence, he is sentenced to life imprisonment at Shawshank. Initially, Andy struggles to adjust to the harsh realities of the prison life. However, he quickly demonstrates resilience, intelligence, and quite determination to maintain his dignity and sanity. Andy's time in Shawshank is marked by his perseverance and resilience. He refused to let the harsh environment and corrupt system break his spirit. Instead, he uses his intelligence and knowledge of finance to gain favor with the prison staff, particularly the corrupt warden and guards. Andy becomes instrumental in helping the staff with financial matters, including laundering money and handling their personal finances. Through his resourcefulness and determination, he manages to carve out unique position of power and influence within the prison walls. Overall, Andy Dufresne is a resilient and intelligent character who refused to be defined by the circumstances. Despite the injustice he faces, he maintains his integrity and uses his resourcefulness to find purpose within the confines of Shawshank's prison. Andy's story in The Shawshank Redemption serves as a powerful testament to the human spirit's ability to endure and triumph over the face of adversity. Now we're going to talk about Red. Red, played by Morgan Freeman, is a central character and narrator of the story. Red is an inmate at Shawshank State Prison and serves as a mentor and friend to Andy. Red is a long term prisoner who has been in Shawshank for several decades. He is known for his resourcefulness and ability to get things from the outside world. Red is initially portrayed as a cynical person, someone who has accepted the realities of prison life and doubts the possibility of ever truly reforming or finding redemption. He becomes a respected figure among the inmates and has influence within the prison community. Throughout the film, Red serves as a voice of reason and experience. He is wise, perceptive, often providing guidance and insights to Andy and other inmates. Red observes Andy's transformation and is intrigued by the unwavering hope and determination. As the friendship develops, Red begins to see the potential for change and personal growth within himself. Red's character arc is marked by a gradual shift from pessimism to hope. Inspired by Andy's resilience and dream of freedom, he starts to question his own beliefs about redemption and possibility of a better future. Red becomes a symbol of personal transformation, showing that even in the harshest of circumstances, it is never too late to change. Throughout the film, Red acts as a surrogate for the audience, providing narration and commentary on the events unfolding within Shawshank. His voice reflects a mixture of weariness, wisdom, and hint of optimism. His introspective contribute to the film's theme of hope, redemption, and power of human spirit. Red's friendship with Andy is a central theme of the story. Their bond transcends to confines of the prison walls, and they share a mutual respect and understanding. Red serves as a lifeline for Andy, offering advice, support, and companionship during their time in Shawshank. In the end, Red is one who ultimately finds redemption. Following Andy's escape, he undergoes the parole process and is eventually released. Red's journey represents the possibility of personal growth and finding meaning in the life, even after enduring years of imprisonment. Red's character in The Shawshank Redemption is memorable for his insightful narration, his evolving perspective on life, and his profound friendship with Andy. He embodies the film's theme of hope, resilience, and transformative power of human connections. Now, talking about the character of Warden Samuel Norton, he is the significant character and the primary antagonist of the story. He is the warden of Shawshank State Prison, where the majority of film takes place. Warden Norton is initially presented as a charismatic and authoritative figure, projecting an image of rightness and control over the prison. He is deeply religious, using his position and influence to promote his Christian values among the inmates. Norton believes in the power of redemption, but ultimately manipulates it to serve his own corrupt ends. One of the Norton's notable traits is the manipulation of prison system for personal gain. He exploits the inmates' labor by enlarging them in various illegal activities, such as using them as a cheap labor for public work projects. He also embezzles the funds meant for improving of the prison, funneling them into his own pocket. Norton maintains a carefully constructed facade, making it difficult for others to detect his true nature. He has a strict set of rules that govern the prison, punishing anyone who challenges his authority or threatens his plans. Norton is not above using violence and intimidation to maintain control, often resorting to extreme measures to silence those who might expose his corrupt practices. Throughout the film, Norton becomes increasingly paranoid as his illegal activities are put at risk when Andy Dufresne begins to uncover his financial fraud. Norton goes to great lengths to prevent the truth from being revealed. He tries to silence Andy by having him isolate and punished, even resorting to the murder when necessary. Despite his powerful position, Warden Norton is ultimately exposed and held accountable for his crimes. His downfall serves as a significant turn point in the film, highlighting the triumph of justice over corruption. Warden Norton's character represents the abuse of power and the dark side of authority. He embodies the hypocrisy of those who present themselves as morally righteous but engage in immoral and unethical behavior behind the closed doors. Norton's presence adds an element of tension and conflict to the story as he becomes an formidable obstacle in the Andy's pursuit of justice and freedom. Overall, Warden Samuel Norton is a complex and compelling antagonist in the movie of Shawshank. His character highlights the themes of corruption, manipulation, and the struggle between good and evil within the prison system. Now, talking about the movie as a whole, Shawshank Redemption, when was released, was not initially a commercial success upon its release. It gained a significant following and is widely regarded as one of the greatest films of all time. The central narrative follows Andy's experience where he was faced with brutality, corruption, and sense of hopelessness. The film dwells into the harsh realities of life behind bars, including the systematic issues within the prison system, the abuse of power by authorities, and the struggle faced by inmates. It highlights the resilience and integrity of the individual who find ways to maintain their humanity and dignity within such oppressive condition. One of the film's core theme is the power of hope and pursuit of freedom. Andy becomes a symbol of hope and inspiration for their fellow inmates. Shawshank Redemption also explores the transformative power of friendship. Andy and Red's friendship serves as a pillar of support throughout the film, providing comfort, guidance, and a sense of purpose. The movie is known for its exceptional performance, with Tim Robbins delivering a nuanced portrayal of Andy and Morgan Freeman's narration providing depth and introspection. The screenplay by Frank captures the essence of Stephen King's novella while adding its own layers of emotion and social commentary. The Shawshank Redemption has resonated with the audience due to its universal theme, memorable character, and amazing storytelling. It's a film that reminds us of the power of hope and possibility of redemption and enduring the spirit of human soul even in the darkest of time. I just want you to watch the movie yourself. And if you like this video, please share it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It will really help. I'm just on 9 subscribers right now and I just want some more subscribers, please. And there's an edit of Shawshank at the last. I think so you'll love it. I also loved it. Thank you.